Sonic's Greenhouse Adventures Season 5 Chapter 3 Meeting the Rest of the Family. Modern Sonic's Point of View.
When Wachowski said Montana, I realized that this wasn't a very different alternate Mobius. Wait, this is Earth? Why don't you live on your version of Mobius? I asked, for this baffled me. Wachowski nervously scratched the back of his head.
Well, you see, I don't like to look back on it. It wasn't exactly by choice.
Wachowski replied in a small, almost whispering voice. I also saw fear and sadness in his eyes. But before I could say anything else, we heard the front door opening.
Yes! Donut Dad is home!
Wachowski cried in pure joy. The look that he had just a moment ago was completely gone. Then I saw him run to the front door just as a man with brown hair came in, and Wachowski jumped into his arms, hugging him.
Hey buddy, sounds like you had a good day.
The man said as he returned the embrace.
Yep, look, it's another me. The same name is Modern, and yes, it was his idea.
Wachowski explained as he gestured to me.
Hi there, Modern. I'm Tom. So, what brings you to Green Hills?
Tom asked as he shook my hand. That's a mystery to all of us right now because it wasn't intentional. I don't even know what brought me here and why. But I do know one thing. Modern Eggman had nothing to do with it.
Movie Sonic's Point of View.
I then jumped out of Donut Dad's arms and sat next to Modern. So, how old are you, Modern? I asked curiously.
Well, I'm 18. What about you?
I'm 15. But I arrived on Earth when I was just 3 and faced my Eggman for the first time at age 13. I replied thoroughly.
Wait, so you were younger than I was when I met Eggman? I was 15 when I met him.
Yep, apparently. So you must have so many tales of adventures to tell, and I'm so curious. I said, getting more excited to know more about Modern by the second.
Oh, well, there was this one time I went into the storybook world of King Arthur and the Knights of the Round Table. Arthur was corrupted by his scabbard, which gave him immortality, so I had to defeat him. But it turned out that he wasn't even real. The true villain was Merlina, Merlin's granddaughter. She found out how Camelot comes to an end in the future, so she wanted to make the kingdom eternal. But because of her fear, she took it too far, using the scabbard to do it, thus it corrupting her. I stopped her with Excalibur and gave her advice. All things come to an end, so we should live life to the fullest. Then we discovered that I was the true King Arthur.
Modern said in detail, and I felt my tail wagging. Whoa, that's so cool! I exclaimed.
Yeah, talk about a triple twist.
I never thought I'd hear a true story as epic as that.
Oh, that reminds me, Modern, meet my big brother, Shadow, and my little brother, Silver. I said as I went to stand in between my brothers, wrapping my arms around their shoulders.
Modern Sonic's Point of View.
My jaw dropped at that fact. Wait, Shadow and I are brothers in this world? I exclaimed in shock as I pursed it out, laughing at the irony of it all.
Heath's Sonic was surprised too, although Heath's Shadow and him are spiritually brothers.
Wait, is Heath's Sonic the other Sonic you mentioned at the cliff? I asked curiously, but before he could answer, we heard a baby crying.
I'll go get her, and Modern, I'll explain that later, I promise.
Wachowski said and then dashed upstairs.
Movie Sonic's Point of View.
When I got to Annika's nursery, I saw she was calling out for me, so I took her in my arms as I began to soothe her. Hey, it's okay, Annika. I'm here now. In fact, we have a house guest. Would you like to meet him? I said as I began to leave the room with her in my arms. Annika giggled in response. All right then, I said as we arrived in the living room. Modern, I'd like you to meet my baby sister, Annika. I said as I walked up to him.
Aw, she's so adorable. Hi there, Annika. It's so nice to meet you. How old is she?
She's 10 months old. Whoa, I just realized her first birthday is just under 2 months away now. She's growing up so fast. I said as I realized this and kissed Annika's forehead.
Wow, that's awesome.
Moncla's Point of View.
I was finally done with work and flew home. When I entered the house, I saw 2 Sonics in the living room. Hey guys, I'm home. So, Who is that other Sonic? I asked as I flew over to the two blue hedgehogs.
Hey, Longclaw, this is Modern. Modern, this is my godmother, Longclaw. She took care of me back on Mobius. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten away with my life.
Whoa, really? Well, it's very nice to meet you, Longclaw.
It's very nice to meet you too, Modern. So what brings you here?
Well, I was fighting Eggman when suddenly I appeared here. I know it wasn't Eggman, but I'm not sure who, what, why, nor how.
Oh, I've been wondering about him. What is he like?
Well, his torso is egg-shaped, and he goes to crazy extremes to take over Mobius and sometimes my version of Earth. So what about yours, Wachowski?
He isn't egg-shaped, but he has egg-shaped bones. And he's more focused on capturing me and not my brothers and girlfriend, since they're an anomaly like me. He wants our power and plans to do anal testing on us.
Sonic explained with anger in his tone. I could tell he still hadn't gotten over what he and Shock did to Annika in their last battle.
Whoa, I know I've been mad at him before, but the way you are? What happened?
Modern Sonic's point of view.
When I asked that, Wachowski Sonic suddenly burst into hot angry tears.
If it weren't for Donut Dad and my determination to protect him, Pretzel Mom, and everyone in Greenhouse, as well as overpowering the exhaustion and pain in my body at the time, none of us would be here. Annika wouldn't even exist. Shadow would still be locked up in a gun facility. Silver would still be all alone in Australia. And the rest of us would have died. And most recently, he threatened Annika when he and the Boogeyman who teamed up with him. After Oogie was defeated, Oogie's henchman, Shock, barged into our house and used her magic to send her to Heath's Sonic's dimension. Thankfully, I immediately went in after her, or else something horrible would have happened to her. That world is an apocalypse.
Wachowski explained as he sobbed even harder. Man, I couldn't even remember the last time I cried like this, let alone at all. I immediately hugged him. I'm so sorry, Wachowski. When they make it personal like he did, I consider it worse than mine. Where is he now? I asked as I tried to calm him down.
He's in gun headquarters in the high security cell.
Movie Sonic's point of view.
Finally, I was able to calm down. Yep, and if he escapes, they'll give us the heads up so we'll be ready to beat him again, I added confidently.
Whoa, you're luckier than me. Mine is a constantly guarded in a prison in between schemes.
I was about to reply when I saw Annika reaching for the ground. Oh, you want to practice walking, right?
Yeah.
Annika exclaimed as she got more eager and excited. Alright then, let's see how good you are now, I said as I carefully put her down. Annika already started off standing. Then she ran over to Shadow effortlessly.
Whoa, you're learning fast.
I love you, Shadow.
Annika said as she hugged Shadow.
Oh my gosh, her first full sentence, and she properly pronounced my name.
Whoa, I guess I showed up just in time to see such a beautiful moment.
And don't worry, boys, I got it on camera.
Pretzel Mom said as she put her phone away.